Dark psychology tricks humans can't resist. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Scarcity Effect. Your brain has a critical flaw. It believes that if something is rare, it must be valuable. This isn't your fault, it's an ancient survival instinct. For your ancestors, a rare source of water or a fruiting tree in a barren landscape was the jackpot. Scarcity signaled value, and the desire to acquire it was a ticket to staying alive. Today, that same deep-seated instinct is being exploited every time you shop online. The scarcity effect is the psychological magic trick that makes you desperately want something the moment you believe it's about to disappear. It's the reason that airline ticket you were casually browsing suddenly becomes an urgent must-have purchase when the website flashes, only 3 seats left at this price. This principle weaponizes your innate fear of missing out, FOMO. Marketers create an illusion of scarcity to rush you into a decision. Think of limited edition products, flash sales that end in an hour, or a hotel booking site showing you that 27 other people are looking at this room. Has the room itself become better? No. Has the price dropped? Probably not. But the context has shifted dramatically. It's no longer a simple choice, it's a competition. Your rational brain, which was busy weighing pros and cons, gets shoved aside by the primitive brain screaming, if you don't get it now, someone else will, and you'll be left with nothing. It's a powerful trigger that bypasses logic, turning a simple want into a pressing, visceral need. Number 2, mirroring. Have you ever met someone for the first time and felt an instant, unexplainable connection? You might chalk it up to chemistry, but there's a good chance you are experiencing the subtle art of mirroring. This is the act, often subconscious, of copying another person's gestures, tone of voice, and body language. When you subtly mimic someone, you are sending a powerful nonverbal message directly to their subconscious. I am like you, we are on the same team. Our brains are fundamentally tribal. We are wired to trust people who are part of our in-group, and mirroring is the ultimate shortcut to creating that feeling of belonging. When used intentionally, this becomes a masterclass in influence. A skilled negotiator might match their counterpart's posture to build a sense of shared purpose. A salesperson might adjust their speaking speed to match a customer's, making them feel more heard and understood. On a date, if someone leans forward when you do or adopts a similar hand gesture, they are building a bridge of rapport without saying a single word. The key is subtlety. This isn't about becoming a human copy machine, which would just be weird and unsettling. It's about creating a delicate, synchronized dance that makes the other person feel incredibly comfortable and seen. It lowers their defenses, builds trust, and makes them far more receptive to whatever you have to say next. Number 3, loss aversion. Let me propose a simple bet. We flip a coin. If it's heads, you give me $100. If it's tails, I give you $100. Would you take that bet? Statistically, it's a perfectly fair 50-50 proposition, but most people would refuse. Now, what if I offered to give you $150 for winning, while you still only risk losing $100? You might start to consider it. How about $200? Now you're interested. This reluctance demonstrates a powerful cognitive bias called loss aversion. Psychologically, the pain of losing something is roughly twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining the exact same thing. Your brain is wired to protect what you already have far more fiercely than it desires to acquire something new. This principle is the bedrock of the entire insurance industry. An insurance ad doesn't sell you on the wonderful feeling of having a policy. It terrifies you with vivid images of what you could lose without one. Your house in a fire, your savings in an accident, your family's security. They're not selling you a product, they're selling you an escape from a potential loss. You see this everywhere. Companies offer free trials because they know that once you've integrated their service into your life, the thought of losing access to it feels much worse than the initial joy of getting it for free. This motivates you to subscribe. Political campaigns are often built on this, focusing less on a candidate's promises and more on what voters stand to lose if the other side wins. It's a deeply manipulative but brutally effective tactic that plays on your brain's most conservative instinct. Don't lose the stuff you've already got. Number 4, the strategic compliment. Everyone likes to be complimented. But a strategic compliment is something different. It's not just empty flattery, it's a precision-guided tool designed to lower someone's defenses and make them more agreeable. The principle is simple. When you praise someone for a specific trait, especially one they pride themselves on, you're not just making them feel good, you are subtly validating their self-image, which creates an instant feeling of warmth and rapport towards you. This makes them far more susceptible to whatever you say next. It's the human equivalent of giving a dog a treat right before you try to trim its nails. Imagine you're in a tense negotiation. Instead of diving straight into your demands, you start by saying, "I've always been impressed by your reputation for being tough but fair." You've just complimented their professional identity. Now, they have a subconscious desire to live up to that praise, which might make them more inclined to act fairly when you present your offer. A boss might praise your unmatched creativity right before handing you a project that requires a ton of thankless, uncreative work. You're more likely to accept it with a smile because your ego has just been stroked. The key to making this work is specificity. A generic "you're great" is easily dismissed. A specific comment like, "The way you organized that chaotic data into a clear presentation was masterful," shows you've been paying attention and makes the praise feel earned and genuine. It's a social lubricant that disarms people, making them feel seen, appreciated, and, most importantly, ready to cooperate. Number 5. The foot in the door technique. This technique is a masterclass in the slow boil. It's based on a simple premise. If you want someone to agree to a big request, you first get them to agree to a tiny, almost trivial one. This small initial agreement acts as the foot in the door, making it psychologically much harder for the person to refuse the larger request that follows. Why? Because of our deep-seated need for consistency. Once you've said yes to something, no matter how small, you've subtly shifted your self-perception. You now see yourself as the kind of person who is helpful or who supports that particular cause. Imagine the canvasser asks you to sign a petition to support cleaner parks. It takes 2 seconds, costs you nothing, and feels like a good thing to do. You sign it, you now subconsciously see yourself as a pro-park citizen. A week later, the same organization contacts you, but this time they ask for a $25 donation to help fund park cleanups. Now, you're in a psychological bind. Refusing the donation would contradict the identity you just formed. It creates cognitive dissonance, that uncomfortable feeling when your actions don't align with your beliefs. To avoid this discomfort and remain consistent with your new self-image, you're significantly more likely to open your wallet. This technique is used everywhere. From salespeople asking for just a moment of your time to a friend asking for a small favor before revealing the much bigger one they actually need. It's a psychological ramp, getting you to a yes, one tiny step at a time. Number 6, artificial urgency. If the scarcity effect is about a limited quantity of something, artificial urgency is its evil twin, focused on a limited amount of time. This tactic is designed to shut down your rational, deliberative brain and activate your impulsive, panic-driven one. By creating a fake or exaggerated deadline, it forces you into making a quick decision before you have a chance to overthink it. Compare prices or ask yourself the most dangerous question of all: do I actually need this? That countdown timer you see on a shopping website, ticking down the seconds until a special offer expires, is a perfect example. It's a digital pressure cooker designed to make your heart beat a little faster. This manufactured time pressure exploits your fear of regret. The focus is shifted from "is this a good deal" to "I'll be so upset if I miss this deal." Your brain is so busy processing the deadline that it doesn't have the cognitive bandwidth to properly evaluate the purchase itself. High-pressure salespeople use this constantly. "This offer is only good for today," they'll say, creating a now or never scenario. They know that if you leave to think about it, the emotional spell will be broken, and logic will likely take over. The goal is to make you feel that hesitation is a losing move. Whether it's a 24-hour flash sale or an infomercial promising a free set of steak knives if you order in the next 10 minutes, artificial urgency is a powerful tool to rush you past your own better judgment. Number 7, the decoy effect. Your brain is surprisingly bad at determining the absolute value of things, but it's exceptionally good at comparing them. The decoy effect exploits this by nudging you toward a specific choice by introducing a third, strategically unappealing option. The most classic example of this is movie theater popcorn. Imagine your choices are a small popcorn for $3 or a large popcorn for $7. That's a tough decision. The small is cheap, but the large is, well, large. Your brain struggles to decide if the size increase is worth the extra $4. Now, the theater introduces a third option, a medium popcorn for $6.50. Suddenly, the decision becomes incredibly easy. No one in their right mind would buy the medium. For just 50 cents more, you can get the large. The medium popcorn is the decoy. Its sole purpose is to be a terrible deal compared to the large one. By providing an easy point of comparison, the decoy makes the large popcorn seem like an absolute bargain. You're no longer comparing the $3 small to the $7 large. You're comparing the $6.50 medium to the $7 large, and in that comparison, the large wins every time. This trick is used in subscription services, tech gadget pricing, and restaurant menus. Whenever you see three options, and one of them seems to have obviously poor value, it's likely a decoy designed to make the option right next to it look like the smartest choice you could possibly make. Number 8. The curiosity gap. Why is it so impossibly hard to ignore a headline that reads, "The one thing billionaires do before 7 a.m.? It's not because you desperately need to know their morning routine. It's because the headline masterfully creates a curiosity gap. This is the psychological principle that when there's a gap between what you know and what you want to know, your brain experiences a form of mental deprivation. It's like an itch you have to scratch. This gap creates a tension that your mind is hardwired to resolve. The only way to relieve that tension is to get the missing information by clicking the link, watching the video, or turning the page. This is the engine that powers the entire clickbait industry, but its applications are everywhere. Movie trailers show you the most exciting parts of a film, but deliberately leave out the context and resolution, creating a gap you have to pay to close. TV series end on dramatic cliffhangers for the exact same reason. A friend who says, "I have some gossip, but I shouldn't say," is torturing you with a curiosity gap. The technique works by giving you just enough information to make you realize you're missing the most important piece of the puzzle. It frames knowledge as a mystery, and your brain can't stand an unsolved mystery. It's a powerful and often irresistible pull that hijacks your attention by promising to satisfy a need you didn't even know you had a few seconds earlier. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.